Your dog knows the sound of your keys. It knows the shoes you wear when you are going out. It knows the jacket you only grab when you are leaving for more than a few minutes. And sometimes, before you even touch the door, your dog is already watching you. Not barking, not running, not begging, just sitting there, eyes fixed on you, as if it already understands what is about to happen. That look can feel almost human. And if you have ever paused at the doorway because of it, you know exactly how heavy that little moment can feel. But what is your dog actually thinking when it watches you leave? Does it understand goodbye? Does it know you are coming back? Or is that quiet stare the beginning of something much deeper? Science does not say dogs think about leaving the way humans do, but it does reveal something more subtle and maybe even more moving. Your dog may not understand time the way you do, but it understands patterns. And to a dog, your leaving is not one single event. It is a story that begins long before the door closes. For humans, leaving home is usually simple. You check your phone, you grab your keys, you put on shoes, you walk out. But to your dog, those tiny actions are not random. They are signals. Dogs are extremely good at learning sequences. They notice which small events predict something important. The sound of a drawer opening may predict a leash. The smell of a certain bag may predict a car ride. The shoes by the door may predict your absence. Over time, your dog builds a map of your routines, not with words, not with a calendar, with sound, scent, movement, and repetition. This is one reason your dog may begin watching you before you think anything has happened. To you, you are just walking across the room. To your dog, you may have already started the leaving ritual. Maybe your breathing changed. Maybe your pace became faster. Maybe you picked up your phone in the way you only do before going outside. Dogs live close to us, sometimes closer than we realize. They study the rhythm of our bodies. And because we are so important to them, they become experts in the small signs that predict where we are about to go. But the stare at the door is not only about prediction, it is also about attachment. Domestic dogs are unusual animals because they form strong social bonds with humans. They do not simply live near us for food. They look to us for safety, direction, comfort, and social information. In attachment studies, many dogs behave in ways that look surprisingly similar to young children with caregivers. When their person is present, they explore more confidently. When their person leaves, their behavior changes. And when their person returns, many dogs seek contact, reassurance, or joyful reunion. This does not mean your dog is a child. It means the bond is real enough to shape behavior. So when your dog watches you leave, part of that gaze may be attachment in motion. It is tracking the person who helps organize its world. The person who feeds it, yes, but also the person whose footsteps mean comfort, whose voice changes the room, whose return resets the day. For a social animal, watching an important companion leave is meaningful, even if it does not understand every human reason behind it. And then there is the question that makes owners feel guilty. Does your dog know you will come back? The honest answer is complicated. Dogs can learn that departures are followed by returns. If you leave and come back every day, your dog can form an expectation. It learns the pattern. The door closes, time passes, the door opens again. Your scent may fade through the day, outdoor sounds may change, light in the room may move. Your dog may use all of these cues to sense the passing of time. But dogs probably do not sit there thinking, my person will return at 6:30. They are not reading the clock. They are living inside a world of cues. And if those cues are reliable, they can become reassuring. This is why calm, predictable departures can help many dogs. A simple routine tells the dog, this has happened before, and it ended safely. But if leaving feels chaotic, sudden, or emotionally intense, the routine can become stressful. Your dog may not understand why you are upset. It may only understand that your leaving is now charged with tension. That is where separation distress begins for some dogs. Not every dog who watches you leave has separation anxiety. A quiet stare at the door can be completely normal. Some dogs watch because they are curious. Some watch because they are hoping for an invitation. Some watch because they know the next part of the routine is a nap. But for other dogs, the stare is the first sign of rising stress. The body may become stiff. The ears may pull back. The mouth may close tightly. The dog may follow you from room to room, unable to settle. After you leave, it may bark, pace, drool, scratch at the door, or destroy objects near exits. Those behaviors are not revenge. They are not drama. They are panic, displacement, or attempts to cope. A dog with true separation-related distress is not trying to punish you for leaving. It is struggling with the emotional weight of being left. And this is why the doorway moment matters, because sometimes the problem does not begin after you leave. It begins when your dog realizes you are about to. So what should you do when your dog watches you leave? First, do not punish the watching. Your dog is gathering information. It is trying to understand what comes next. Punishing that moment can make departures more confusing and more frightening. Second, avoid turning every goodbye into a dramatic scene. This does not mean you have to be cold. It means your calmness can become part of the routine. A gentle phrase, a soft touch, then leaving without emotional buildup can help some dogs feel more secure. Third, give your dog something predictable to do. A safe chew, a food puzzle, a cozy resting place, or a simple settle routine can shift the moment from "my person is disappearing" to "this is the thing I do when they leave." For dogs with mild worry, that structure can be powerful. But if your dog panics when alone, the answer is not simply a toy. Separation anxiety often needs gradual training, sometimes with help from a qualified professional. The goal is not to trick the dog. The goal is to teach the nervous system that alone time can be safe. Slowly, kindly, at the dog's pace. There is one more reason your dog may watch you leave, and it may be the simplest. Dogs are built to notice movement within their social group. When someone important gets up, the group changes. When someone walks toward the door, the group may split. Your dog may watch because, in its mind, your movement matters. Where you go matters. Whether you return matters. That stare is not always sadness. It is attention. It is connection. It is a small animal shaped by thousands of years beside humans, reading the moment when its favorite person steps out of reach. And maybe that is why it affects us so much. Because we recognize something in it. The quiet pause before separation. The hope that goodbye is temporary. The trust that the door will open again. So the next time your dog watches you leave, do not assume it is being dramatic, and do not assume it understands nothing. Your dog may not know where you are going. It may not know how long you will be gone, but it knows your patterns. It knows your scent. It knows the sounds that mean the day is about to change. And most of all, it knows you. That is why it watches. Not because the door is interesting, but because you are on the other side of it.